Hello, dear students. Today's topic is propositional logic. Propositional logic is a system based on which propositions or statements interact with each other. And to understand this logic system, first of all, we need to understand what is a proposition. It is an elementary, or we can say a basic atomic sentence that may either be true or false and may take no other value. That means only true or false can be the answer of these type of sentences. Other terms that can be used in place of proposition are sentences or statements. Few examples of propositions are given below. First is, it is raining. Second, India is a continent. Third, Indian cricket team is the best team in the world. If you look at the answer can be either true or false in each of these cases. It is raining. Yes, it is raining. No, it is not raining. India is a continent. Yes, India is a continent. Or no, India is not a continent. Third one, Indian cricket team is the best team in the world. Either the answer will be yes or no. So in all of these cases, no other answer is possible other than true or false. Hence, all three are examples of propositions. Let us check out a few examples of statements which do not have the answer as either true or false, yes or no. What did you have for lunch? Obviously, the answer cannot be either yes or no. And same is the case with the second example. What is your name? What will you say? Yes or no? So, the answer can be anything else other than yes or no in case of these sentences. So, these two are not an example of propositions. Let us see the terms and symbols used with propositions. There are two types of propositions: simple proposition and compound proposition. What is a simple proposition? Well, it is a sentence or a proposition that does not contain any other proposition as its part. That means when we read this proposition, we see only one proposition and not any other proposition as its part. Generally, we use lowercase letters P, Q, R and so on as the symbols. But it is not compulsory. We may use other symbols also. These symbols are used to represent propositions as and when needed. All these examples are of simple proposition. Now let us see what is a compound proposition. Well, it is a proposition with two or more simple propositions as its parts. That means, as different components, we can see multiple propositions in the same compound proposition. A few examples are there on the screen. First one, it is raining and wind is blowing. It is raining is a sentence and wind is blowing is also another sentence, means preposition. So two prepositions are there in the same compound preposition. And these two simple prepositions are joined with the help of and. So what is and? That we'll be seeing later on. And check out other examples of compound preposition. Take it or leave it. If you work hard, then you will be rewarded, and so on. Actually, the terms which are shown in red color are connectives. And connectives are used to join simple prepositions in order to make a compound preposition. And we'll check out these connectives in detail one by one. An operator or a connective or a sentential connective joins simple prepositions into compound prepositions and compound prepositions into larger compound prepositions. It is called sentential connective because it joins sentences. And you already know that sentences is another term given to prepositions. Now let us see what symbols are used for the various connectives. The operators are there on the screen. Plus is used for disjunction, dot is used for conjunction, arrow from left to right hand side is used for implication, and a double-headed arrow is used for equivalence. Let us see these connectives or operators one by one. The first one is disjunctive operator, which is also called OR operator, and the symbols used for it are plus and a V type symbol. It means either one of the two propositions is true or both are true, which means if P and Q are propositions, then P or Q can be written as P plus Q, P V type symbol Q. Just notice that this V type symbol is slightly spread out from the top portion. It is not exactly a V symbol. So take notice of that thing so that when you write that symbol in your copy, you write it correctly. Next is conjunctive operator, which is also called AND operator. And the symbols are there on the screen: dot, ampersand, or a cap type symbol. Again, this cap type symbol is slightly spread out from the lower portion. And it means that both the propositions are true. Which means if P and Q are two propositions, then P and Q can be written as P dot Q or P cap type symbol Q or P ampersand Q. The next one is conditional connective, which is also termed as implication or if then. And the three symbols which are used as conditional operator are arrows running from left to right, and the symbol as you see here, it is a superset symbol as used in mathematics. And it means if one proposition is true, then the other proposition is true. Which means if P and Q are propositions, then P implication Q can be written as shown on the screen. The fourth one is biconditional, which is also termed as equivalence or if and only if. The symbols are given here. Only two symbols are there, a double-headed arrow and three parallel lines. And it means that either both the propositions are true or both are false. It means that if P and Q are propositions, then P equivalence Q can be written as shown on the screen. Please check it out. The fifth one is negation, which is also called not. And the symbols that are used to represent negation are given here. There is a tilde sign, then an apostrophe or a bar. It means if P is true, then its negation is false, and vice versa. So if P is a proposition, then not P can be written as given on the screen. It works on a single statement and it does not join two statements, so it cannot be called a connector. Just remember this, because it works only on one value. If P is true, then not P is false. That's all. No other value is involved when we talk about a not operator or a negation operator. We come to the end of this video. The topic will be continued in the next one. Take care of yourself and goodbye.